Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. Today I had an opportunity to do a review on a 2017 Camaro ZL1, and I want to say a special thank you to Bill Persing at Lynn Smith Chevrolet for helping set this up for us today. So anyway, I hope everybody enjoys this video and hope it's very informative. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks so much for watching. So this is the 2017 Camaro ZL1, and this is in Red Hot. That is the color name for this car. And the first thing that I noticed about it the first time I saw it was the giant grille in the front, the large radiator behind it, but it's it's very, very big. And at first I thought, well, it seems a little large, but I'll be honest with you, the more I see it, the more I like it. I think it looks really, really cool. I mean, yes, it has function, but it also is aesthetically pleasing to me. I really like it. The other thing that I find really cool about this car is Chevy has their logo called the bow tie. But if you'll notice on this one, you can actually put your hand through it. It's open to let air enter, and they call it the flow tie. And this car also comes with 20-inch tires front and back. The fronts are 285s and the back are 305. And it does come with Brembo brakes with the ZL1 logo on them. The front is 6-piston and the rear is 4-piston. This one does have the racing stripe. I do not know if all of them have it. I would assume not, but this one also has the sunroof option. Another thing that I like about the exterior of this car is the contrast that they have with the paint color, and some of the accessories like the front splitter and the side rocker panels are black as opposed to the red of the body color. I think it looks nice to have some contrast. One option that this car doesn't have that I actually kind of wish it did if I was going to purchase it is that this has the black painted top instead of the carbon fiber top. I think the carbon fiber just looks really good on here. I've seen it on a few of the others and I like it. And if I'm making any errors on information, oh, it is carbon fiber, please excuse me in advance, because I'm certain I will hear about it in the comments, but that's okay, I don't mind. Now, one thing that I can say about this car that is pretty on the nut, I will say I don't care for is the trunk here. So I'm gonna pop this here and we'll take a look inside and check out the trunk size. So it's not very wide. Actually, I will say that oddly enough, it seems a little wider. The depth of it, it's only maybe 1.5 feet. It's just there's not very much space here. I'll be honest with you, I don't play golf, but I'm not sure if you could actually get a set of golf clubs in here. They might fit lengthwise, possibly, because you can lay down the back seat. There is an opening back there where it would slide forward, so maybe you could, or maybe you could put them in from the inside. But if you're a golfer, this is probably not going to work for your everyday driver. So as you can see, this Camaro ZL1 comes with the same engine as the Corvette Z06. It is the LT4. It's a 6.2 liter supercharged LT4, and the 0 to 60 on this car is somewhere, I think it's 3.6, 3.7. I can't quite remember, but either way, it's going to get you there pretty quickly. So this is the 6-speed manual transmission, although there is the automatic, the 10 that everybody likes, and the 10-speed automatic, and this one happens to be the manual transmission, so I'm sure that will make most people watching this video happy. I know a lot of people don't consider a sports car with an automatic transmission. I personally like automatic, but at the same time, I'm sure it is fun to be able to change your own gears, which yes, I know you can do with paddle shifters, but it's really not the same thing. But I can't complain because my Corvette is automatic. But anyway, this car comes with the Recaro seats, and it has the ZL1 badge right there, which looks really nice. And it does have the microfiber inserts with the leather on the outside, and the whole interior, basically all of the dash is also Alcantara or microfiber suede, whichever this one actually is. I believe it's microfiber suede. It does come with Bose surround sound, and I guess that's, I don't know if that's standard in all of the Camaros. I know my Camaro also has the Bose, but I guess I don't know. So I want to talk about the lighting, and obviously I guess I had to start the car to do that, and I wish I would have recorded it because it sounds really good. I'll be honest with you, this car sounds better than my Corvette. So anyway, the light strip color, you can choose, you can pick any color that you want. If you can see the lighting, I don't know, what the, being daylight out here, it's kind of hard to see, but it does go over the monitor here, the screen. It's on both sides of the doors. It's really cool, especially at night. But you can choose whatever color that you want, so that it'll change. Let's see if you can see that. Put it on yellow, change to yellow. Let me get a brighter color, pink. Anyway, like I said, I don't know how well it comes through on this, but it is actually pretty cool. And I believe there's a setting where the faster you go, it changes from, one color to another. I'm not sure what they are, but if you buy the car, you can find that out. So the air conditioning and heating system in this car is actually pretty interesting. I really like the way they've designed this. You have these two large openings right here, and you can control the amount of air that comes out with this knob right here. And then you can control the heat and the cooling and the heating with this knob right here. It moves back and forth. That to me is very unique. I really like it. It's very simple to work, and I just think it looks really nice. There's 4 in front, and in this car there's none in the back, but there's not really going to be too many people sitting in your back seat in this car. One thing that I will mention too is this car has a sunroof, and if you're 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", it's going to put it pretty tight for headroom. So if you do, if you are tall, I would recommend not getting this. I'm 5'10". There's probably, it feels like maybe 3 inches above my head between the top of the ceiling here and my head. So just keep that in mind if you are on the tall side. Another thing that this car has that is really cool, and I know my Corvette has this as well, and I actually really like using it, is it has the performance data recorder. However, with this car, it does not have there's no SD card. You do have a slot right here to put your SD card in. However, this one doesn't have it, but it will record everything going on in front of your car and all the sounds outside, and also record sounds inside. So unfortunately I can't show you that on here, but it is actually a really cool feature. I don't know what the cost extra, the extra cost is for it. I'm sure it's one of the standard items on this car, but anyway, it is really neat. I do like it. One thing this car doesn't have that I wish it did is it does not have front cameras. Of course, you have your rear camera, but it does not have a front camera, and it's, pretty low to the ground. You don't want to damage the front. So as you'll see, like I said before, most all of this interior is Alcantara, microfiber suede, whatever the case, and the steering wheel is also microfiber suede with red stitching, and there's a lot of red stitching inside here, and I like it. I think it looks really good. I will say, I picked a Camaro. I didn't get the ZL1, but I did get the Camaro that I bought because, number one, I like the body style a lot, and because I just like the interior. I looked at Mustangs, and even though I really do like Mustangs, I just found the interior to be kind of boring. One thing that you'll notice about this car, if you get in it, and I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it does kind of slant back. This screen slants back. And I thought it was kind of weird at first, but after having driven another car to Houston, and the screen, was sloped forward, back towards the driver, when the sunlight was hitting it, I really couldn't even see the screen. So I do like that. I think that's an excellent feature. Some of the other features with this car is it does have the heated and cooled seats, and I'll be honest with you, I really like that. I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal, but it really is. It's actually very nice. Another thing that this car has is, as you can see on the steering column, most of your gauges and switches can be addressed with the steering column, but it also has a heated steering wheel. And to me, I live in Texas, and I thought, well, that doesn't really make any sense to have a heated steering wheel. I will tell you, it got really cold here, and this steering wheel heated up so fast, I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was freezing, and I don't like cold weather, and I got out, and I was going to the gym, and it's my wife's car, but she doesn't hardly ever drive it. She drives her other car, so I decided to take it. Let me tell you, big difference. It heats up really fast. You won't regret it. Here's something else that I think is really cool, is you can go into settings, and you go into driving mode, go to engine sound management, and you can either put it in stealth, so that it makes it quiet. You can put in touring mode, which is also going to be quieter. You can go to sport mode, and it opens up the baffles on your exhaust to let out more sound. So even if you're driving in a mode that would be quiet, like touring, you can still have the baffles open and get all the noise that you really want from a car like this with your exhaust. Unless, of course, you don't want to wake up your neighbors. If it's 5 o'clock in the morning, go ahead and you can put it in stealth mode. I personally, my neighbors get up at 5 o'clock, they start their loud truck. It doesn't bother me. I actually use it to help make sure I get up in the morning. So, to each his own. So the next thing we can talk about here is the instrument cluster. And this one is much like the Camaro that I have. I don't think there's going to be too much that's different. We're only looking at about 74 miles left on the fuel range on here, and oil life is at 21%. And the green lets you know that your tires are warm. It gives you also the air pressure of your tires, 31 in the front and 31 and 32 on the back, so I think they need a little bit of air. Your oil life, like I said, 21%, 74, and it will give you your fuel economy. Average fuel economy is 16.2. Average speed that they've driven the car is 35. A lot of that interesting stuff. Your speedometer. You can go to your performance, and it will, when you're driving it, of course, it'll give you your G-forces, and it will tell you oil temperature, oil pressure, transmission fluid temp, and then again back to your tire temp. Wheel slip differential. And so anyway, typically everything you're going to find in most of your cars. So it's actually, pretty much the same as most of the other Camaros. And one thing that this car does have is magnetic ride. I forgot to mention that earlier when I was talking about the outside or the motor. But I really like the magnetic ride. I do have that in the Corvette. And my understanding is that it gauges driving conditions like 1,000 times a minute or 1,000 times per second. I can't remember, but whatever the case, it does help your car to drive better. And I'm sure everybody that sees the video, if anybody gets triggered, feel free to leave in the comments that my error in that information. I don't mind. I appreciate it, actually, because then once I read it again, a lot of times it sticks. So anyway, feel free to leave a comment. Anyway, so that's basically about it on the interior.